What is up, guys? It is Joe. I'm back. We're talking about the transfer portal. We're back to basketball. And today I'm going to talk about a specific player that I am absolutely juiced up to talk about. We will get into it here in a sec, but before I do, let me tell you this. If you like K-State athletics, K-State basketball, K-State football, this channel could be something you want to keep around. Be sure and consider subscribing if you want some more of my videos popping up in your feed. It takes a few seconds out of your day, and it does help me out immensely as we keep churning out this path towards growth. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching. And in case you want a little bit more incentive to subscribe to the channel, at 2,000 subs, I'm going to be giving away a lavender quarter zip. I did it at 1,000 subs. I'm going to do it again at 2,000. I think it's a pretty cool way to give back and support you guys the same way you guys support me. So be sure and consider subscribing. And as we get closer to that 2,000 mark, stay tuned because I will release details on that giveaway. But guys, let's start off here. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I am juiced up about this player. I know that there's a lot of guys in the portal averaging 18 points a game with 5 and 5. I know there's a lot of dudes shooting 43% from the field or from three. I know there's a lot of great players that K-State could go after. They toss some interest in the way of a player that I see as an incredible development piece if you can get him to the spot that you know you can with some of the guys on your roster. K-State slid an offer, and I don't know if it's an official offer. I shouldn't say an offer, but K-State sent some interest in the way of Louisville freshman center Dennis Evans. Here's the deal with Dennis Evans. I don't know if you know that name. It's not a massive name in the portal, but Dennis Evans is a freshman center from Riverside, California, and the biggest thing about him is himself. He is 7'1", 215. That's pretty tall and lanky, but the guy's 7'1" on the low block. You watch some of his highlights, and there's not a ton out there because he is young. He didn't play a ton. He is massive. He stands above everybody on the court. I mean, there was clips of him going up against Texas. He blocked Caden Shedrick and made him look like he's 6'5". This dude has the size that you can't coach. He's got athleticism out the wazoo, and the dude can play. Like, he can actually absolutely play. The one thing to watch with him is, from what I understand, and he didn't play many minutes as a freshman. You know, he played action 7 games, averaged 9.1 minutes a game. He didn't put up a ton of stats, but in the minutes that he was on the court, you could see his influence on the game. Now, I know I'm not just going to do the whole we need dudes thing. At some point, you also need to add developmental pieces that you can coach into really great players. I, for one, am a Jarrell Colbert guy. I think Jarrell Colbert's going to be one of the best two-way bigs in the Big 12 next year. And as he continues, I think he's going to be an NBA player. I truly do. Dennis Evans is the perfect guy. If you have faith in Jarrell Colbert's development, which I think the coaching staff does, which I do. I mean, you know, he earned a starting spot as a sophomore, worked his way into the role, and really has some upside going up from here. If you believe in Jarrell Colbert's development, grab Dennis Evans in the portal and then have him develop behind Colbert. Give him, 8 minutes a game, give him 10 minutes a game so Colbert doesn't have to be out there for 40 minutes, but get him on the bench. Get him there learning from the guys. Get him there working in practice. Make the team better by adding Dennis Evans. The schools that have reached out to Louisville transferred Dennis Evans, and no, this doesn't mean they slid an offer, but it does mean they've reached out and contacted. Let me read you through this list. San Diego State, University of UC Santa Barbara, that's what I should have said the first time, Mississippi State, Penn, so not, you're just Pennsylvania, Grand Canyon, Xavier, San Francisco, and Kansas State. Kansas State is leaps and bounds better than every team on this list. San Diego State, yeah, they went to a natty, but, I mean, it's San Diego State. UC Santa Barbara, you're not going to compete with the Big 12 there. Mississippi State, please. Pennsylvania, I didn't even know which school that was at first. Grand Canyon did have a good run, but it's still Grand Canyon. Xavier's got some competition in them, and San Francisco's fresh off a big season. But none of those schools stand out as the best option. They don't. Kansas State's your best option. You want to go play Division I basketball in the Big 12, the best basketball conference in America, and develop your skills behind a coaching staff that is proven to get the most out of their guys. I know this video may not be, the best thing you've ever watched, considering the kid doesn't average 15 and 10 off the rip. He's only averaging 1.6 points and, almost 1 rebound a game, but the kid didn't really play much. He had some shoulder issues, and it sounded like he went from medically cleared to non-medically cleared part of the way through the season in the non-con schedule. I don't entirely know what the situation is there. From what I understand, he is healthy, and he's able to play and should be cleared, but this is a dude you have to consider investing in. You have 4 transfer spots available. Obviously, everybody and their brother wants 4 dudes that are all conference level basketball players. That's not always going to happen. In my mind, you get Arthur Kaluma back. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but you get Arthur Kaluma back, there's one of your dudes. My philosophy is you need 3 NBA players or 3 dudes. I know that we use that term a lot, but it works out perfectly for the example of what I'm saying. You need 3 NBA players on your team to win a national championship. You get 3 really good ones, you can win a Big 12 title, you can win a national championship. In the first Elite Eight run, you had two and a half. You had Keontae and you had Marquise, both NBA guys, and then you had Naquan Tomlin part of the time when he wasn't in foul trouble and he was playing more than 30 minutes. That's where you could slide in that 2.5 conversation. But Quan hadn't reached his potential yet, so he wasn't in that conversation yet. If you get Arthur Kaluma back, there's rumors surrounding K-State linked to Doug McDaniel from Michigan. He's a dude, absolutely. There'd be your second guy. Obviously, the staff feels like Data Ames has the ability to be a dude, but they're not just going to chance that on his development immediately. Let Data become an incredible player in his own time, but don't force him to be, hey, you have to be the best guard on this team right now. You don't have to do that. You get Day to still be an incredible player, even if he doesn't have to be a dude. He can be the fourth dude. You get 4 dudes, you're winning a national championship. You're winning a Big 12 title. You're competing with Houston. You're competing with Kansas. You're competing with Iowa State. That's the reality of the situation. So you get Art in a refined role and a changed role. He understands his place in the offense a little bit more, fresh off the NBA workout process. You get Doug McDaniel, absolute dude. He'd be a really solid player and a leader that K-State lacked like last season. And then you add a third person in the portal. So you've only used up 2 of your roster spots with Doug McDaniel, secondary dude. You have 2 more spots. There's rumors that a silent commitment has been happened with CJ Jones. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not. He's an incredible depth player. But you have a 4th roster spot open, and if nobody else leaves, because people could leave, slide it to the 7-1 kid. Slide it to the guy that has what you can't coach, and that is size and athleticism. Bring him here, develop behind Jarrell Colbert, and let him develop into a Taco Fall type player. Obviously, Taco was like 7'5", 7'6", but when you have someone that can defend the paint like that can rim run, that can do the right things and learn and take his time in developing, that is a massive thing. This is absolutely a dude you consider bringing in the transfer portal. By my estimation, you bring in Dennis Evans, CJ Jones, Doug McDaniel, and a 4th dude to be named later. That's a hell of an addition in the class. Please consider going after this dude, K-State coaching staff. I know you've already put some interest out there regarding Dennis Evans. Please consider that. That would be an incredible feat. It'd be an incredible thing, and he could develop to an incredible player at Kansas State. Guys, I wanted to make this video because he's one of the most unique players in the portal and has kind of a unique story and background. I wanted to mention it because I am absolutely juiced up about that. And also, being 18, the kid's probably not done with his growth spurt. I mean, you're not done growing till you're, 24? I don't know if that's right or correct, whatever. But the kid has some more time to grow and develop. So something to consider. I think if you can take this kid and bring the best out of him like Coach Tang and his staff has done in the past, with young guys, with portal guys looking for a second chance, you can turn him into an all-conference level player. Food for thought. Wanted to make this video real quick and hit you guys with it. So as we continue to watch, this is a name to keep an eye on. I don't know that it'll be a massive priority, but damn, he'd be an awesome guy to have wearing purple here soon. But guys, I appreciate all the support on the channel. I just wanted to make this video real quick and talk about Dennis Evans because I saw the interest go through and I was like, oh my gosh, let's talk about this kid. I'll link his couple minute long highlight tape here in the description if you want to check out his play. He's a stud. I'm excited about him, and I hope he becomes a Wildcat soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you in the next one. Go Cats.